Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Qurrotul Faradila with student number 221304241. Okay, in this video, I will give some review, or maybe a little review from my book. Is the title Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Do you know about this book? I think all of you has know about this book. So this book is about a time traveler. There was an underground coffee shop in Tokyo, so the coffee shop is only enough for 5 customers. I think that's a small cafe, which I know. So the coffee shop can take us to the past and the future by sitting on one of the chairs in that coffee shop. But sitting on that chair is not easy because there is a ghost sitting there, and we can use it when the ghost goes to the toilet. The ghost goes to the toilet only once a day. Don't ask me why ghosts can go to the toilet till. I also don't know. But in the book, it's told like that. So, when go to the past or to the future, there are many requirements that make people under their tension go to the past or the future. Moreover, the short time is one of the reasons they undo their tension because the writers they will give us hot coffee and we have to return to the present before the coffee gets cold. If you haven't come back when the coffee is cold, you will not return to the present and you will replace the ghost to sit in that chair. In other words, you die. So, this book is very recommended to buy and read. You must to read, guys. Because the author also used language and vocabulary that we often use in our daily conversations. So the storyline is also good, although each chapter has different story, but each chapter is still connected, guys. This book really tells the story of how affection they give to their loves, to their forgiveness, understanding, loyalty, and various other emotions such sad and happy. After I read this book, I got two things from this book. The first thing, we should take advantage of the opportunities we have with our beloveds. Second things, do all things we want to do and say all things we want to say. Yeah, I think those are the little things, right, that we often leave out. That's right. Do you feel it? So, the reason for the first things or points because we are too busy with our busy lives. So we don't have time for our family and our beloveds. The reason for the second point or the second things is because we always think about other people's feeling and happiness rather than ourselves. Even though the first thing to think about is ourselves first, not other people first. So maybe I think this book can be read for 17 years above, or maybe 15 years above, because what I say earlier, the language and the vocabulary that easy to understand, guys. Then this book is also teach us a lot so that we do not regret what we have done so far. We must be grateful for our current situation. From this book also, we are taught to be able our appreciate time. Yes, appreciate our time, guys. Why should we appreciate our time? Right? Can you give the reason? Yeah, because time will not come twice, right? If we cannot appreciate our time or we cannot use our time well, we will lose our moments in our lives. So, the last question. If you ask me which part of this book I like the most, I like part when Fumiko begs the Kazu to return her to the past. Like, if I return to the past, I might be able to set things right. I might be able to have a conversation with Goro once more, said Fumiko. So, There is nothing you can do well in the past that will change the present, said Kazu. So Fumiko regrets that when Goro wants to say goodbye, go to America. Fumiko at the time just said nothing to Goro and finally Goro Leave Fumiko. Why do I like this part? Because the author teaches us not to be afraid or hesitate to say something. Say all things that we want to say. If not, we will regret it forever. Actually, I like all part of this book because part of this book are good and I like every story in the part of the book. And also, book only has 4 chapters. One chapter contains 50 pages, so each chapter has its own story and each story in this book is very interesting. Even tough, but the story are different, but they are still continuous and still like such connecting between the stories and stories. Okay, before I end this video, I found a quote from this book. The quote is, "Returning to the past will not change the reality, but going to the future is just vanity." By Kazu. Okay, maybe that's a little review from my book before the coffee gets cold. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.